Welcome back, everybody, to the Time Center podcast. I'm your host, Gabe Dunn, and today my co-host is not here, but it is another familiar face. You've seen him on here plenty of times, and of course, he's another fellow researcher, none other than...
Hey guys, Carter Dutton again, and I've been on a lot of Poppy Playtime videos in the past, and today we have a whole lot of information on such topic, but not limited to information on an ARG.
And the restrictive video that Mob Entertainment just dropped. Ton of stuff has been happening in the last couple of days. We're getting closer and closer to that release date, but real quick, right before we get into it, if you live in the state of Texas, give you a quick news update. There's a big winter storm coming that we don't typically get a lot. And we're just saying...
It's going to get cold. Yes, it's going to get cold real fast.
Very, very cold. So make sure you hunker down. You store up your food.
Just be prepared.
You ready to get into the video?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
I'm going to put it in the screen right in front of y'all. In front of us, we have a TV that we're looking at everything, but it is the new restricted video in the new ARG that just dropped. Carter, you've been a little bit up to date here, but this is all brand new.
Yes.
And he's seen the restricted video, but the ARG stuff he has not seen. It's a lot of information that is revolving around the Discord ARG and stuff that Mob Entertainment is getting us ready for.
By the way, shout out to Sheep Rampage and Poppy Theory for getting us these images. These are mostly them, and if you want to check out their channels and subscribe to them, you're more than welcome to do that.
Yes, big help to them. They made this little PowerPoint right here presentation a lot easier. All right, so first slide I got up here. So this is the main thing that started off the ARG. The person named Seeing Reason. It just seems really random, but actually everybody on the Discord server, Carter, was really confused at first. Actually, they didn't even realize what was going on. And I'll show you the upcoming slides and stuff, the different screenshots of the text that was going out. But take a good look at this, though, because the pronouns is she, her, so it's got to be a female.
Okay.
But the biggest thing, look in the middle, right underneath, add a friend. It talks about Speedliner at TBD, but underneath in quotation marks, thank me, dear, for paradise.
Interesting.
So that's really interesting, and we'll talk about the time frame of this because it gets a little weird. And then the roles is Playtime code. No one can get that.
Really?
So it's almost like the Chapter 4 ARG. We're going to go on now with some of the texts that they started popping up. It says, whatever happened to the Playtime code account? This was the very first message that Seeing Reason released to, I guess, people on the Discord.
Well, it sounds like they want them to draw attention to that. Why is the Playtime Co account gone?
Yeah, so they're wondering who's working it. So now they asked another question after that. Has anyone here ever been able to talk to the Playtime Co account? Or like, do we know who in the factory ran it?
Oh.
And we'll talk about here in just a minute. So like I said, there's a lot of information here that's been coming in the last couple of days. The time frame of this happened 9 years after the Hour Joy. So they'll say when they are typing this. There's a person who asked this.
Interesting.
But the next one is, I'm trying to get in contact with whoever ran the Playtime Co account. Do we know who they were? I need their help.
Okay.
So they'll somebody will ask later on who they are, what their job is. The next part, can anyone see this? So what that means is that everybody in the Discord still did not know what was going on.
She's trying to reach out to them.
Yes. And like I said, nobody had any idea that this ARG even started. And to be honest, I was a little confused at first too. Luckily I was watching the Sheep Rampage live stream.
Yeah.
So he filled me in on this pretty quick. But the next text was, finally somebody started mentioning it, and people started to catch on, like being like, wait a minute, this Seeing Reason person has remember Poppy Playtime, the code, the marking in the Discord.
Nobody else has that.
You can't. So like, give an example, like Sheep Rampage has all the marks, all the different attributes in the Discord. You literally, the one that they have, you can't get. Some people are asking like, what date is it for you? They start answering different questions. Sorry if I've left out a couple different messages. I try to get just like the main group ones. One person like right here on the screen in front of us, and like what y'all are seeing is, what date is it for you? What Seeing Reason is talking about, the machine I'm on must have it. I don't think it means much. What they mean is like what they asked right before this one. How do they have that logo like I just talked about, that Playtime Co mark?
Oh.
So.
Oh, that's funny. They're trying to like, play it off. Yeah.
But
I don't think it means much. They're trying to like play it off. They're trying to make it not that big of a deal that they have it, when obviously it is a big deal. Yeah, nobody else has that.
Nobody can get it. literally, it has to be run by the Playtime Co. or, of course, Mob Entertainment. I jumped ahead on like, what date is it for you? That top question was before, but the main thing is, what date is it for you? Like I was just talking about, this is the big thing.
Wow.
January 20th, 2004.
A long time
So
from the Hour of Joy.
So this is exactly 9 years after the Hour of Joy happened. So people are curious. So who is seeing reason? That is actually another question that gets brought up. This means that there is somebody in the factory. They're not high in the factory. They're like low in the low parts of the factory here.
Really?
On one of the systems. That means somebody's in contact with us way after this all happened. And this is before we came back to the factory, because we came back in 2005. This is a year in advance. Remember, we came back in
10 years after.
10 years afterwards.
Everyone disappeared.
So to go along with it, this other person asked, what's happening? Someone catch me up to speed, because this is like finally people are starting to catch on. Like this ARG started, like things are starting to happen.
I'm as confused as you are.
Basically, that's what my reaction would be. What's weird though, seeing Reason responded going, I'm as confused as you are.
Yeah.
But they're asking random questions. I'm a little confused at this point. I'm like, what
is going on?
What
it's
is going
so
on
many
here?
like loose ends.
But now it's like, to go off of that, the main person has said, who are you?
Who are you?
Now, they kind of answered this question in a little bit of a weird fashion. Just call me Seeing Reason, your friendly neighborhood gumshoe. So, Carter, what stands out to you in this reply right here?
They say their username. It's a reference to Spider-Man. No, but in all seriousness, gumshoe is like a term that like...
It means detective. If you look it up right now online and in the dictionary, gumshoe means like detective.
Like looking through stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
So, and then as you can tell on the screen too, it says yesterday, this screen, a lot of this ARG stuff happened like 1 to 2 days ago. It's just people like, we're finally being able to get to point like to cover this content. But then the next question that was called, can you tell us more about the prototype? This answer is interesting. They completely divert from the question. Let's not talk about him.
Oh, so
it's interesting because this is 9 years after the Hour of Joy.
Maybe they don't like him.
I don't know, because we don't know exactly who this person is. I've said this over and over now. 9 years after the Hour of Joy, but they're low parts in the factory, and they're on whatever computer or system like they used back in the ARG for Chapter 4 to get in contact with us. That's why they're saying, does anybody know how to get in contact with the Playtime Co. account? That's why. So it's somebody else. We just don't know who it is. Where are you right now exactly? What's your goal speaking with us? They said, all I want to hear is some answers. I hear a lot of stuff, not sure what to make of it at all, but I need to know.
He's really mirroring what we're thinking right now. I don't understand any of this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The gumshoe reference in that text that they answer, it's a detective. So they're trying to figure out information.
They're trying to get answers.
But we're just still confused too. The main question, who are they? We don't know who they are.
They're remaining anonymous.
So now, to get to the other main point, do you have any other questions for us? But it's weird. Their answer was like a million, but I don't think they can be answered right now. I need to do a bit more digging, and I'll come back to you. Might not be today. I have to hop off think before. So get off this computer before I get in trouble anyway. So
from who?
So this is weird. Who would they get in trouble from?
And granted, this is like happening before we show up.
Yeah.
This isn't concurrent. This is happening.
But they're like talking to us in real time, though.
Yo, crazy theory. Crazy theory. So this is happening around a year before the game starts.
Before we show up.
This is far-fetched and completely like out of the blue. What if they're trying to match this to where the game starts, to like where the movie like gets announced or shows? Now this is completely out of there, and this is completely off topic, but I know it's just one stringing theory. This is in 2004.
Yes.
The game takes place in 2005.
Yes.
Chapter 5 shows up right now.
Yes.
They said they want to make it right after, and Chapter 5 might be the last one.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We do not know.
That's our whole like. If that was in an earlier video. If you don't know about our answer, check it out. We don't know spoilers, but We were kind of split on it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was just going off topic. Sorry, continue.
They ended up, so this was 2 days ago, but now this goes into yesterday. They come back and say, so they haven't responded for a full day, but then they come back again. And this is really where the ARG really kicks off. They go, hey, so this is a shot in the dark since the Playtime account is kaput, which means it's gone or whatever.
It's not working.
I'm not the one that normally reaches out to you, but I bet you knew that already. So like I said, in the ARG from chapter 4, the Playtime co-account was ran by the doctor. You remember that?
Yeah.
The doctor ran
Harley
that.
Sawyer.
But now that's obviously not this person here. But they said, I heard from a source of mine that you're good in putting broken things together. What is broken things? That is literally the
name of
title
the chapter.
of this chapter.
Yeah. I heard from a source of mine that you're good at putting broken things back together.
Yep.
That sounds like the prototype.
I don't know. See, but it's weird because in their profile it's a she, her. Yeah. I've got good reason to believe that something important is here, something we're not supposed to see somewhere anyway. And they gave a weird little emoji thing. But to show you, Carter, it is a zip folder. So this is where, like I just said like 2 seconds ago, this is where the ARG really kicks off.
Kicking off.
I'll show you. So this is the main folder. It's the stuff I found .zip. It's literally what they named it. But to show us, there's 2 folders.
Okay.
The first one is called conditioning.7z, whatever. I know it's weird, but it's just the main thing is called conditioning. But I'll let you know now, you need a password to get into this.
Oh.
But the other one is just a blank PDF file. It's just Lullaby Room, which is kind of weird. But
Lullaby Room, okay.
What does that kind of reference a little bit though?
Well, in the factory they're dealing with like
Lily Love Braids.
Oh.
The new character.
Oh,
and we're gonna get to her in just a second. But to continue on here, so like I said, we got the 2 files. But to get, so you click on the conditioning one, you have to enter a password. And to get this password is, like I said, thank you to Poppy Theory, Sheep Rampage, and everybody on the Discord who did this.
We could not have figured this out ourselves.
Very, very complicated. You have to get all the information to get this password is from the PDF. So it's weird though. Do you see anything? So all of the files like this have to have like a point, like dot, like a zip folder or a .mp4, .png. Do you realize it's blank?
Yeah, it doesn't have anything after it. It needs something to like gratify that it's some sort of image, but it's not.
Or some type of file.
Yeah. Oh.
So there is 3 things that pop up. If you type in JPG, you get a picture of this, the weird like merry-go-round looking thing at like a playground.
Yeah. It's
in a room of whatever. It's like a playground in the factory.
It reminds me of like something you would see in Play Care, like that area in chapter 2.
But
it looks like something in there.
It's in the labs. But take a quick look at the picture though. Do you see how like there's little white lines and stuff?
That's text.
That's text, but it's binary text. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
So the next one we got is a PDF one, which we'll get here in just a second. And then the last one is a video. Lullabyroom.mp4.
Oh, no.
I don't have the video on here. It's like 10 seconds long, but I'll let you know it is that lady that you see right there. There's another screenshot I took from this video. That could be Lily Love Braids right there.
Oh, no
that
way.
Person right there. And I think they tease another character in this. Like actually 2. There's another like still frame shot at the bottom of the video. In the other screenshot here, the Lullaby Room PDF was this. Rejected item. So you see how it's crossed out? That big. That's supposed to be the character. Not the character, but that's the experiment.
Okay.
It's crossed out. But
reason for rejection.
You can read it.
Poor focus testing. Bad brand alignment. Leith doesn't like them.
Leith Pierre,
the lead of innovation.
Yeah, literally. Like after Elliot Ludwig passed away.
We don't know.
We don't know, but there was another document right below this. Note to self, looking into related materials used for inspiration through the factory is now a corpse. The wrong side out concept may prove useful.
Addendum, useful indeed. Each one an example made, each one a malcontent punished. They will not be allowed back in.
So
so I just want to point something out. The top is like, okay, I'm trying to find information. The bottom is a very different tone.
Yeah.
It sounds weird.
So I'm gonna actually go. So this is not the first time we've seen a rejected thing like this,
Okay.
or like a file type. But do you see in the parentheses the wrong side out?
Yeah, wrong side out.
That is, I think, the new the creation, the new experiment. You've seen that
Okay.
little running guy running around? Like,
Oh,
in all the
yeah.
video? That weird has like that mohawk and
Or
everything.
they're just
There's a group of them called the Wrong Side Out. That was teased and copyrighted and stuff by Mob Entertainment months ago.
really.
So that is part of a group like the Smiling Critters in the other group of characters. It's like another tease group
Wow.
of characters. So but it's weird though. They're like wrong side out means like they're inside out though. It's weird. Like you
Wrong
see
side-
in the trailer how like the prototype was experiencing on that smaller experiment.
Yeah,
it
the
had like
little
the
dude.
weird like red veins and stuff. All
Right.
wrong side out. So it's weird.
Yo, that's gonna be
like I said,
freaky when the game comes out.
Yeah, all credit to Sheep Rampage and Poppy Theory Man. Like I was just saying, this is the same documents we saw back in Chapter 2, though. Rejected item, Daisy, Marinette. And then reason for rejected, too scary for young children.
Right.
And then you got rejected, kick me, Paul. Nobody likes him.
Sir Poops a lot. My
Yeah.
goat.
But yeah, reason for rejected, extremely negative. This is not the first time we've seen something like this. But do you realize on the document we saw before, their name was crossed out?
Yeah,
So
of the toy. So that's weird.
yeah. So to continue on though, we're gonna go back to this though.
Yeah, that's just
video.
creepy on its own.
So
looking
yeah,
right there.
this is in the video is literally about 10 to 11 seconds long. It is the most corrupt little video I think they've ever is.
Is it bad?
No, it's not bad, but it's like kind of disturbing though. It's like it's a lot of corruption. You see Dog Day in it, you see Catnap in it, and there's like obviously like clues in this obviously that we'll get to for the password and stuff.
All right.
There's secret texts that pop up, but this character was teased in it.
Whoa.
And one of the developers even came out and said in this, I did a lot of character design working on the mysterious arms. Probably my favorite character I've developed.
Okay, hang on. So we got Huggy, we got Kissy, and then we got this big dude.
So there's been a lot of concept art that it could have been like a gorilla, something like that, or like a bear.
Yeah, he's got like, you know,
He's big and fuzzy. He's
he
big.
like those I don't know if you ever saw it, those King Kong cartoons.
Yeah.
And it was like a monkey costume and they would have those like cartoon looking hands, the
Nice.
big hairy arm. That does look like a gorilla now that you mention it.
Obviously, I don't know what it is though.
I guess we'll
But
wait to
we'll-
see.
This is like one of the main things, and of course, like the picture of the lady's face is volume. But like I said, I think this person right here is Lily Love Braids.
Yeah, the person in the video.
I'm pretty sure that's what people are saying too.
Most likely.
I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
I'm more curious about the big dude. Does he have like
yeah.
a role in the family or something?
I don't know, but it seems really attached to Kissy, Missy, and Huggy.
Maybe he's like
it's
their
really-
overgrown son or something. They fed him well or something.
I have no idea. But to continue on though,
All right.
like I said, so you need a password to get into that other zip folder.
Okay.
And like I said, in the video, there was secret text in it, but from the other two, you had
Alright.
like the weird like merry-go-round thing in the
PNG.
the PNG, the photo of the
Yeah.
restricted document.
Right.
What they did, what people went through, this is like a simplified version. It's really complicated. They went into each one and they found text, like the glitchy parts. If you went to the blank document, the restricted document, at the very bottom of the text, at the bottom of the second page, there's code that was blank.
Ooh.
It was like whited out. And the same thing in like the video, you had the pause, like I just said, you had the pause at certain points for the text.
That's a secret.
But it was all binary. And then there was one in the bottom left corner of the playground, whatever. There was a secret text at the bottom left corner of the screen.
I love this so much. This
So-
is awesome.
But they gave numbers. How you see there's a number at the very end of it, 1, 2, and 3. They gave it in order
oh,
of like on what to do. So
interesting.
what they did, they ran it through. This is just like the simplified version, but they
Wow.
put everything in order on what this binary code, different types of codes that they had to get to. This was not just one code. This was like binary then another type of code, and then you had to decipher another code. So there was like 3 different
This
things.
is some Gravity Falls stuff right here.
Yeah.
This is insane.
It's crazy. But then they got this right here, in which, if you put it together, Flanders Field.
You're telling me Ned Flanders was in Poppy Playtime?
No. The password that you need, if you put this in right there, Flanders Field, you would get this.
Oh gosh,
Catnap.
that's Catnap. The ears, the smiling face.
This is Catnap. So
oh my gosh, it's skeletal.
So this is a CAT scan or MRI scan. So this is a closer up picture.
That is horrid.
This is basically showing like it doesn't really show much really to get into chapter 5, but it's showing like everything that was done. And this is going to lead into what I'm about to show you. But if you look at that bottom, what the arrow is showing to, it says gas exchange chamber. You know how he gave smoke out?
Yeah, through the mouth.
He has a gas chamber inside of him.
That is messed up.
The text and stuff is a little bit hard to say, but another thing near his mouth is like exchange gassing, exchange whatever. It's kind of the picture's not the best quality. If you stretch out this picture, if you flipped it around and you stretched it out, it would give you the URL link to video, has like those random text and everything, like those letters and stuff at the end of it.
Right.
It would lead you to the restricted video.
Wow.
But we know now that Mob Entertainment, like they
posted it.
They posted it
beforehand.
Yeah, so this came out before all this stuff happened, but it would lead you to this video.
Okay.
So, but man, dude, this video though right here, dude, it's pretty sad.
It's mundane.
Yeah,
like it's
depressing.
bad.
It's bad. It's like
they're
sad.
experimenting on children, turning them into nightmare monsters to the point where they can't even remember their own name. Like that.
Yeah, dude, it's
a video game, but it's still like
it's still sad though, dude. This right here comes back to this document.
All right.
You may wonder why though. This video
is
document. Actually what happened in this document.
Really?
Yes. So this document, I think is in the orientation notebook done by PW. Remember that. But Carter, would you want to read that though?
The document?
Yeah, you want to read the document?
Following placement with the hit new body subject 1188.
That is Catnap. That's his experiment.
All right. Was contained to allow him a slight adjustment period. However, a security team failed to properly secure and lock his cell. Mm-hmm. They attempted to confine subject 1188 after he broke loose and utilized several tranquilizer darts in order to subdue him. Their eventual success came at the cost of 6 lives. Mm-hmm. Whom subject 1188 hunted individually. The aftermath of this massacre was like a scene out of a horror movie. All blood and bodies along the corridors, tangled with tufts of purple fur.
So this was handed out in the employee notebook, or the big book that all the employees got.
Yeah.
PW gave like secret notes and stuff into, but
right.
Everything that was in that was that video.
Wow.
So we got this information way in advance before we actually got clarified what happened in this video.
I guess it's a different story when it's visual.
Now you see this. Preston.
Right. He was the guy at the left in the shots.
So in the video, there was 2 scientists. You had the female scientist and the guy scientist, whatever, the male, female, whatever. But the guy... his name was Preston. He felt bad though. You can tell if you watch the video.
I remember the video. He was like, I don't really feel comfortable about this. And she was like, oh, don't worry. It's best to not think about it.
So she was like, not really like, she was like, okay, just press forward. You can't have any emotions or anything.
Yeah.
But he felt like really bad.
He felt bad.
But the reason why I bring this up is Preston, that is PW.
PW, the author, or like the person who makes notes in the orientation
notebook. And this picture right here was part of a leaked image shoot from the ARG. This one, I don't know if I forgot what they said, if it was in the different photos or in I think it was in the video. But if you see that arrow right there, like I said, credit to Sheep Rampage right here. That right there, that arrow is pointed to PW. That is his signature. And then in the orientation notebook, like I said, how we gave those secret notes, you see that little like taped on little note right there?
Yeah.
Well, like obviously, if everybody, the orientation notebook's been out for a while, but he signed his signature PW. But now we know who he is now.
Preston.
We know his W. We don't know his last name, but PW. So
Okay.
But now we go back to the last couple of texts and stuff that the Seeing Reason came out and said, have you ever heard of the Hour of Joy or the theater incident?
Ooh.
So, but they said, I don't know much about the hour, to be honest. I hear lots of rumors, though. So this is, like I said, the timing's weird.
Yeah.
Because this is from 9 years afterwards. So I don't know, were they there or not? I don't know. We can't really answer that question. And now, do you know, okay, so this one is, do you know anything about Catnap? That's the question. It just gets cut off. But
right.
I know he likes to stay all the way up in play care. Supposedly he sends letters, but I've never seen them. Keep that in mind. And I will, this is huge because Sheep Rampage, actually, he brought up the letters point, but he didn't really know a lot about it. Poppy Through connected this. And you'll see what I mean here in just a second. Now, do you know anything about Dowie? I mean, I've heard of him, but again, everyone has.
Oh,
so I'm like,
interesting.
Okay, interesting.
He's popular, I guess.
But now this one is, do you know anything? It gets cut off here, but it asks about Mommy Longlegs.
Okay.
But I don't think she likes to make the trip down here, or that's what I've been told at least. And I don't know. It sounds like a lie.
All right.
So I don't know what a lie you can take away from this, but that's interesting though.
They're deep.
Yeah.
Down underground.
Yeah, this is way below the factory. Thanks. So this is, I think, the very last comment they said. Thanks in advance for your help, by the way. I wish I could stay longer, but I can't.
Sad face.
So yeah, in the sad face at the very end. This was supposed to be in the little PowerPoint right here,
Yeah.
but I guess I may have just missed over, but I got it right here. So you remember how we talked about how Catnap gave out letters and stuff like that?
Right.
But everyone was kind of confused by that, especially Sheep Rampage, like I said, didn't even quite know. Luckily, when I went back to Poppy Theory's big 2 videos, he found this, and the people in the Discord really helped out a lot.
Okay.
So now let me I'll zoom in on this though. So the note that he passed around was very interesting, and you could tell what Poppy Theory said. This was probably 24 hours right before the Hour of Joy. He goes, Poppy leads you to the grave. You fight not to survive, but to die. See where this has gotten you. It's not too late to change your mind. Join us, and we will spare your lives. You have 24 hours.
We will not make this offer again.
Yes. So how they said how in the text that Seeing Reason gave, how he gave around these like notes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To all these different, all the experiments.
So
This is literally it right here. And this is right before the Hour of Joy.
This is kind of like propaganda almost, like Team Catnap versus Team Poppy. Catnap's more leading towards the prototype. He's trying to
He idolized him.
spread the good word and stuff of the prototype, and Poppy is trying to coincide with the humans, get out of here, stuff like that.
Yep.
And this is like rally poster basically saying like, hey, join us or die.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it's just interesting though how the top one is literally bolded and underlined. Poppy leads you to the...
Very dark.
Still do not know what her intentions are though. Because she has been like, is she our ally or not through this entire series of chapters? We do not know.
Every chapter has ended as feel like we've leaned one or the other ways.
This leads us basically to what has completely happened so far, updates-wise, with Mob Entertainment, Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, new restricted video, new ARG, but dang, man, I told you it would be a little bit of a longer video today, but like I said, we will keep y'all updated with everything that comes out. Man, bro, I am super excited for this chapter, and like I said...
Again, hang on. Again, thank you so much to Sheep Rampage and Poppy Theory for all of this information.
Yes.
You guys are amazing at this.
All that information helped out tremendously just to be able to do this. The big question is, will this be the last chapter? And if you want to see us try to answer that question, I'll pop up the video right here on the screen for y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining, and we will see y'all next time on another video of the Time Center Podcast.
Bye.